Hey everybody, what's going on? Frankie coming at you reviewing X-Men First Class. Why do they call it First Class? Because this movie is basically about the first class of the X-Men, even though they don't really call them X-Men until the end of the movie, but let's not get into it. The movie starts out in 1944. Magneto's a kid. He's not Magneto. He's Erik. He gets pissed off when they separate him from his mom. So he's like, and the fucking gates open up, kind of like you saw in flashbacks in the earlier X-Men movies. Now, I might add that this is, without a doubt, the best X-Men movie there is. Now, if you're going into this movie looking to see Stan Lee, well, I got bad news for you. It ain't gonna happen. Why? Because the movie was filmed over here. Meanwhile, and over here is overseas. And over here is not overseas. So, Stan Lee, here in the United States, them making the movie over here, they couldn't meet up and come to an agreement. But there's other cameos in this movie, which we will get into later. Also, once the credits start rolling, take your ass out of your seat and get the fuck out of the theater because there's nothing after the credits. Now, like I said, Magneto's in Nazi Germany at the beginning. We eventually see him later on with the tattoo. Meanwhile, also in 1944, Charles is in the United States. In his house. But his house isn't a house. His house is a mansion that, of course, is the school of the X-Men in the later movies. He meets up there with Mystique, Raven. Now, keep in mind, they're all young kids in this part of the movie. Now we watch them all grow up. We see, and towards the end of the movie, you basically see the love triangle that develops between Magneto, Mystique, and Charles. We also find out in this movie how Professor Charles Xavier ends up in the wheelchair. Now, of course, one thing leads to another, and they finally have Charles, Professor X, and Erik, Magneto, meet up. And they go out recruiting other mutants. Now, they pretty much get every mutant they go and recruit, except for one. Now, they go into this bar. Hi, my name's Erik. Fuck off. And then they turn around and walk out. Now, I know what you're saying to yourself. What kind of person would tell Charles and Erik to fuck off in a bar? Well, think about it. What mutant would you expect to see in a bar in the 1960s? I'll give you a hint. You've seen them in the other movies. That's right. Wolverine. Logan. That's right. Wolverine tells Charles and Erik to fuck off because he's having a drink in the bar. And they just, of course, walk out. Now, of course, later on in the movie, we see a lot of things. Keep in mind, Mystique is a shape changer. She can become any form she wants. So, basically what happens is there's a scene where her and Magneto are together and she's laying in bed and she's like, would you like to see me older? Boom. Who does she look like? Rebecca Romaine. Yeah, that's right. John Stamos' ex-wife. So, she makes the cameo, and so does, excuse me, Logan, Wolverine. Now, let's think about this. The movie's basically surrounding the Cuban Missile Crisis. And you got this guy, Sebastian Kevin Bacon, who's a badass. Really. Now, I gotta tell you straight out, Magneto definitely steals this movie. That's right, Magneto steals this movie. You even learn how Magneto gets his helmet in this movie. Okay? He gets it from Sebastian, who Magneto basically kills in this movie and then steals his helmet. And what's cool about this, by the end of the movie, if you appreciate the comics, you see Magneto in the traditional colors from the comic book. The red helmet, with the black and the red and black and the robe. It's pretty fucking cool, I gotta say. Now, how does Charles end up in a wheelchair? He gets shot in the, he doesn't get purposely shot in the back, but he gets shot in the back. Bullet ricochets, boom, nails him in the back. Oh my god! Oh god! I can't feel my legs! I don't feel it! My legs! Oh, motherfucker! But anyway, we see how basically the heel turn, if you will, of Magneto, because he sees, like you see in the other movies, how he sees the humans different, and he knows basically what the humans are going to do to the mutants, So, of course, Magneto takes his group, which is basically him, Mystique, because Mystique sides with him, and all the Sebastian's guys that are still alive. And, you know, they form the Brotherhood. Charles keeps the X-Men, which is, you know, Havoc and everybody. And I gotta tell you, considering what they had to work with this movie, special effects were good. Just the shit they had to do with Magneto was phenomenal, the way they worked everything out. So, definitely, go see X-Men First Class. You won't regret it. Without a doubt, in my opinion, one of the best X-Men movies there is to date. I'm Frankie Love. I'm out. Peace. Y'all have a great day.